In today's video, I'm going to try to build something to perform a chore I keep forgetting to do. This project has truthfully been one of the hardest to work on, not because it was even a difficult build, but just because of the number of problems I ran into while working on this. It was just issue after issue after issue. So don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, make sure you watch to the end. I'll see you in the video. This is my light switch. And this is the bulb it controls. Simple, right? I mean, how could I have a problem with this? It's just a light switch doing what it's supposed to do. It's just breaking the circuit so the light goes off and then putting it back together so it comes on. So what exactly is my problem? Well, here is the thing. I'm supposed to turn this light switch off during the day and then on at night, but I keep forgetting. So I'm going to have to build something to do that for me. Anyways, there are these smart light bulbs that you could actually control with a phone and then schedule to turn on or go off at a certain period, you know, those really fancy ones. Well, apart from being broke, which we are going to ignore, I also would probably forget to schedule. I'd probably also forget to schedule them to come on and go off. So that in itself is basically the same thing. I still have to turn it on and off. So then, while not doing that, I'm going to build my own automatic light switch. Before I move on, let me just show you guys this really cool thing I discovered my camera could do. I think it's really cool. I mean, if you don't think so, well, thank you for your opinion, but I'm still going to show you. So let me just show you guys. Blurry, clear. 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 Okay, never mind. Yeah, you get the idea. Now, what kind of device would I need? It should be able to flick the switch, right? So then, something with a hand like it. I've made a lot of videos with stepper motors, but then the stepper motor is actually a lot more complicated to use. I want just something simple. So let's just use a servo motor. I think a servo motor with its hand moving angles would actually be really, really useful in this. Let me show you guys my servo. This is my servo right here. This is my servo. I actually bought servo motors for projects. So yeah, it can move. I don't want to do it, but then this tends to move. This the hand, I guess, and I can move it to actually turn the switch. I wonder if I'm supposed to move this, but then I can move it to actually turn. So then to be able to flick, it should be able to flick the switch up and maybe down if I attach it to it. Yep. So yeah, that would be the handle. What else do we need? We're probably going to need something that can detect light, an LDR for light intensity. So when the sun goes down, it will be able to know that, and then it will be able to move the servo to actually turn the switch off. So an LDR, that's a light dependent resistor, to be able to detect light intensity. What else do we need? A brain, of course. That's Arduino. Arduino is over there. I don't want to get up and go fetch it. So let's just move on. So we're going to need an Arduino, a servo motor, and then an LDR. Is that everything? I think those will be the main components. We'll probably use other stuff like wires and resistors, but those are the minor things. So then, yeah, I think that would be everything we need. Yeah, I think so. So then, without much further ado, let's get straight into it. Anyways, while you watch me work, let me just tell you a messed up story. It's actually from the Bible's book of Judges. You just hear me out. So there was a warrior named Jephthah. His mom was a prostitute and his dad was called Gilead. Now Jephthah's homeland is under attack and his people come to him, and since he's a mighty warrior, they're like, come lead us into battle and we'll make you our leader. And he's like, okay. So he decides to go with them, and now before the fight, he tells God, if you give me victory, I promise to sacrifice the first person I see when I return. And my first thought reading this is, why? Just why? And then I realized the Canaanites whom the Israelites at that time lived with were actually pretty used to human sacrifices and specifically child sacrifices. So him living with them had mistook the God of Israel for the God of the Canaanites and wanted to offer a sacrifice so he could win the war. Well, guess what? He ends up winning the war, goes back home, and the first person who comes out to meet him is his daughter, his only child. And that's when things just keep going downhill. So I'm not going to continue. You can go read it yourself. It's in the book of Judges. Anyways, it's truly depressing and just goes to show the danger of believing in God without actually knowing him. So read your Bibles. Let's get back to the vid. Alright, just finished building everything, so I'll need to upload the code. But before we get to the code, just wanted to show you guys the connections. I'm not really sure about the LDR, so I'll have to check it out. Alright, pause. I'm sorry y'all, I just had to say something. My LDR connections here are actually very bad. I didn't connect it to the power pin and just plugged it into the analog pins to read signals. I'm trying to read signals without powering it. It's dumb. I'm sorry. If you didn't realize, I just had to say something. I don't even need a button here. Like, what's a button doing here? I didn't need a button. Yeah, I think it's alright. It's not alright. I think the connections for the audio are alright. But I added a buzzer and a button. Yo, I'm so sorry, but I'm skipping this part. It's embarrassing. Buzzer LDR servo. I added a buzzer so it makes that audio alert when it's moving, just so you could be aware it's moving and then know it's actually working. So maybe if in case you didn't hear it, you'd know it didn't work, or maybe there was a problem, or maybe you'd need to change the battery or something. That's why I added a buzzer, just for that audio alert, something you could hear. And the LDR is going to sense light, so then when it's bright, it's going to go off, and then when it's darker, it's going to come on. The servo motor is what's going to move the switch, and then we have the brain of everything. That's our Arduino right here. So yeah, I think it's good enough. I'm going to upload the code, and when I'm done writing the code, then I'll just let you guys in on it. Make an object. Yeah, I just wanted to show you guys something. Just realized how bad my setup was, and if you actually know this stuff, you'd see how, should I say, retarded my setup was. Well, now it's properly done, I guess. I connected the resistor to the ground rather than the power pin, and I could do it the other way around, but then the values I'd get would be inverse. And yeah, I guess it's alright. Like, it's actually working, I guess, the way I intended for it to work. So, well, I guess I'm good with that. And yeah, I'm using a 10k ohm resistor now. I'm getting better values. It's working alright, I guess. It's working alright. I'm not done writing the code, so I'll just get back to that and then explain the code when I'm done. Alright, so as you can see, I'm here minding my own business, working on the project, when my neighbor's dog started barking at me. My neighbor's dog is looking at me through the fence, barking at me. We're not living in the same space. It's not even. I think the dog is racist. Like, I'm not even. Why are you barking at me? I'm minding. It's kind of cold. I've even moved now, but the dog is still. This dog is kind of annoying, like Loki. How you go do? Oh my goodness! Now I'm just leaving. I'm done. I've gotten what I needed. So yeah, you guys, I'm gonna change this because it keeps spinning. I don't even know why. Yeah, this works way better. The code is actually working on something finally. So then I'm going to be using this for one side. I'll try my other servo motor, see if they work, and see if I can use those because I don't think this is very reliable. I've used these in the past and I don't really. Well, let's just see. Hey, I'm recording this after a long period of try and error. I tried using a different servo motor because the one I had, the new one, wasn't working very well. Switched it up and it was working before, and then now if I can, yeah, I don't know why it's not moving. I've uploaded the code. Here's the code uploaded. I don't want to show you guys right now. I'll explain it to you guys in a bit. But I've uploaded the code and then nothing is working. So I'm just going to leave it for a while and then go do something else and come back to it. I might switch up the Arduino, and if I'm doing that, then I'd have to restart everything from the beginning, which I don't want to do. But so yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit. Wish me luck. I just found out I had made a mistake. I changed one of the pins for the servo motor, the signal pin for the servo motor. I was trying out something and then forgot to take it back to the previous pin, and I've just done that. So I'm going to try it again and then see whether that works. So then, let me show you guys. Yeah, this is it. I changed the pin back to pin 6, right? Pin 6, because that's the pin I'm using. So I'm going to plug my Arduino in and then hopefully it works this time. Yes! Yes, and wait, let me make it dark. Let me cover the. Yes! And then when it's bright, yeah, because of the light. Okay, now let me just explain. This probably looks so weird to you all. Let me explain the code. Alright. Let's go through the code. Let me explain as quickly as possible. This first line is just letting you know we'll be working with a servo motor. Now these are me just setting up variables for certain things. This is a weight. It's I do you guys really don't care about this part, do you? But yeah, these are variables. I use them to connect certain pins, make it easier to work with certain values. In the void setup, I attach my pin, which is pin that's connected to pin 6. I attach that to an object I created here for the servo, and in here I set the LDR as an input, but since it's going to be inputting values, the buzzer as an output if it's boring, I'm sorry. And then I set up the serial monitor so while we can print values to it. That was printing our LDR over values down here. Let me show you. yep, our LDR values down here. It's from the serial monitor. So yeah, and then let's continue with the code. In the void loop, I am reading from our LDR, a light dependent resistor, which is changing resistance based on light intensity. I know it might be might not really care about this stuff, but one of you is going to care, and I'm saying it for that guy or girl. Now, so then I read LDR pin into LDR val. That's going to store the LDR value, and then it's going to print out the value to the serial monitor. In the if statement, I've set it up in this way. You can recalibrate it depending on the light intensity where you are. So then you can recalibrate it to like work as you want it to. So feel free to change it. For me, if the LDR value is greater than or equal to 500, and I used this to create a second condition before it comes into the if statement. It just makes it easier to work with. It's kind of like I don't want it to keep going into this if statement, so then I made that to kind of control it or regulate it. Well, what the heck did I just do? Okay, and in the if statement, if once it comes in here, it's going to move it to 180 degrees, and then the buzzer is also going to come on, and then it goes off, and then it changes this to help me regulate it, like I was saying. Come down into this if statement. If it's less than 400, if the light intensity is less than 400, it's going to move the servo to 0 degrees. That will turn off the light switch, and then the buzzer is also going to sound again. Yep, so we can know servo is moving and the light is and that contraption is working. So yeah, that's basically it. I'll leave the code. Let me leave it on my website. I'll leave it there. I honestly don't know how to use GitHub. I see a lot of people leaving code on GitHub, but I don't really know how to use GitHub. So yeah, I'll just leave it on my website. I'll leave a link in the description. You can check out my code, and yeah, check out my other stuff on my website too. Let's continue. Well guys, now that I know all of this is going to work, it's time to make it more permanent. I'm going to solder everything together, get rid of the breadboard, maybe connect the battery so it's powered off that, and I don't need my laptop anymore. Yeah, I'm going to set everything up, make everything look better, and then we'll go fix it to the light switch. Two, one. I'm done building it. Yeah, now let's just go set it up, and then I guess I'll be done. Oh my goodness, this thing is a bit whack. Alright, so we might just fix it to the switch right here, and yep, that's gonna be it. Well, 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, I tried to actually set it up, but couldn't do that because the battery started messing up, so I can't really turn it on, and I can't use my laptop to power it all the time. So I'm going to need to get some new batteries. I called my dad, asked him to pick up some batteries, but he couldn't because it's so late. Let me show you guys the time. Yeah, that's the time right now. It's 2 a.m. and I'm still here. Well, I'm going to bed now, so I'll see you guys in the morning. I'll see if I can pick up some batteries so I can finish the project, and I'll set it up. And yeah, we should be good to go then. So yeah, good night or good morning. Yeah, I'll see you guys when I wake up. Morning, boys. Just woke up. I might go out to get the batteries today. Or another thing I've been thinking about is combining 2 or 3 batteries. But then the way I'd go about that is, okay, I think I could actually do that. For a higher voltage, I think combining more than one battery would actually work, because all my batteries aren't really working. They aren't powering the board properly. So rather than going out to buy a new one, I could just combine more than one, right? So yeah, I'll just freshen up, then we'll get started, right? Yeah, so see you guys in the next part. Good morning. I'm just gonna need to get some batteries. I got one here. I just need to connect it to another one in series. Yep, in series will be good. And then I'll just figure it out. I'll try to figure it out, you know. Well, good morning, y'all. It's me. I'm wearing that to protect my nose from the cold. It's really cold right now. It was about 19 degrees this morning. That's crazy, you know. But yeah, hopefully we finish the video today. Hopefully everything goes well. Hope you guys have a wonderful day or night, you know, depending on where you are. Yep, and I guess let's get started with everything. So I went out and got this new one. Yep. Alright, so then I just plug it in like that. Yep. I cover it, yep, and then turn back. Yep. So then in the dark it moves down, and in the light it moves up. In the dark it moves down, and in the light it moves up. Alright, let's go fix it. Alright, so I just fix it right there. I'll see you guys in a bit. Hey yo, I just finished building it. I set it up properly. I guess, should I say properly? But I finished setting it up and I run into a problem. It's not, the servo isn't able to move the switch up and down. It seems it's too heavy, so we can't really move the switch, turn it off and on. And the servo I'm using isn't even the one I intended to use, because I had anticipated this problem, which is why I got those new servos, which aren't working right now. I tried using a piece of wood. I kind of crafted it into in such a way we could move the switch up and down, but that didn't really work. I tried using this plastic piece to I tried gluing that so that the servo could move the plastic piece to push the servo up and down, something like a lever, but that didn't really work either. Tried attaching the servo's hand to the switch, didn't work. And then I ended up using that string you saw. And right now I'm just tired. I don't really know what else I'm going to do. So hey yo, I went and got some glue from work today. Yeah, this is probably way better than whatever I've been using. Yep, this is probably going to work way better. So then with this, I'm going to use it to attach this plastic part to the switch, and I'm going to position it in such a way that I hope it will be able to move it, even though it's not strong enough. Hopefully if I position it a certain way, it will be able to move it without that much effort. So then hopefully it works. I'll let you guys know what happens. So wish me luck. Alright guys, at this point a few days had gone by and I wasn't really making any progress, and I had started to receive some complaints, and I can't blame anyone. It was really weird just being on the wall, not doing anything. It wasn't really working, and it was making it difficult to turn the lights on and off. So then I had to take it down, but I was at the end. Anyways, after some convincing, I managed to buy myself some time and ordered new servo motors from Walmart. So, well, now I just need to wait until those come in. So, yeah. I tried using those servos I had bought, the black ones, again, but then they just kept spinning and I didn't know why. But I was working on this other project, the weird glove I built in my previous video. If you haven't seen that one, you should go check it out. But I was working on that project, and by some chance I figure out how the servo works. I actually figure out how that servo works. Thank God I did. So I start working on it again. I'm trying to properly calibrate it so it moves just the right distance to be able to flip the switch. If it's not the right speed, since this moves using speed, okay, normally servos don't do that, or the servos I've used don't do that, but with this one I can control the speed with the Arduino app. So I'm going to use the speed and control the time using delays. So depending on the time I use, I can make it move a certain distance, because even though the formula about speed being distance divided by time, so if we do make substitution, it will be distance, it would be equal to speed multiplied by time, right? So speed and time are the factors. I can control the speed and I can also control the time. So by manipulating these two factors, I should be able to get it, and that's what I'm trying to do right now, trying to get it to move the perfect amount so you can flip the switch. It's nothing too complicated. Yeah. All right, so after weeks of waiting, after working on this project for so long, we've come to the climax. It's time to set it up again, and hopefully this time around it works. Alright, I'm coming to attach a piece of wood here, so I hold up the servo against it, and then it should be able to flick the switch up and down, hopefully. Ignore this part. Just showing you how it's holding up to it. I know it looks messy, all my projects look messy, but if it works, then it's a win. I wasn't even planning on making this, but just wanted to show you guys. I was working on getting the servo in place, and then so you could flip the switch, I pulled off a whole lot of gymnastics with it. Can you guys even see it? I put a piece of wood and I had the servo right here. Hope you guys can see. Had the servo right here. So and then the servo was supposed to be attached and then flip the switch up and down. And this servo is one I bought to use for projects. So then I bought a Metal Gear servo motors, a Metal Gear servo motor. That's what they are called. And I was expecting it to be stronger than the normal servo motor that comes with the Arduino kit, but it's disappointing too. It's not as good as I thought it would be, so still running into problems. Just even went to shower, if you didn't notice. Just went to shower, and I've been putting this project off for so long because I kept running into problems, kept having issues, and now that I thought I'm this close to actually finishing it, and then I run into another problem. So I don't know, maybe I should just wait until the servos I ordered come in. Maybe I should, and once they come in, then I'll just use them to complete it. But I don't know how much longer it's going to take. It's been about a month, close to a month, and it still hasn't come in. So I'm not sure when those will come in. But when they do, I'm going to finish it because I've been working on this for so long. If you guys have any tips in the comments, leave them. I'd really appreciate it because the time I keep spending on projects it's bad. I spend too much time working on projects and I want to get them done in the shortest possible time. Well, it's also late right now, so I need to go to bed. I'll see you guys. I actually don't know when I'd record again because at this point I just have to wait until the package comes in with the brand new servos. Maybe I'll try adjusting stuff too in my work, but until the new ones come in, you guys just stay tuned. Hey yo, I woke up this morning, went to work, just came back and then came to work on the project again. It was like a desperate attempt just to try to get it to work. Shifted a few things, worked on the switch so we could, that was the main problem because it wasn't flipping the switch. So then worked on the servo and tried to get it to move the switch. And let me just show when I cover the LDR, it's supposed to simulate darkness and then move the servo motor to flip the switch upwards. Wait, let me get its finishing touches. So Oh my gosh, it's not working. Come on. What's going on? And during the daytime. Like, I can't even be happy right now. I can't even. The amount of work I've had to put into this, I can't even be happy right now. What's wrong now? Finally made a bit of progress. I'm done. I'm done. I'm never building this again.